Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So unfortunately, things for Idubbbz continue to get worse and worse. Just when you thought this guy's hitting rock bottom, well, ladies and gentlemen, it keeps getting worse. What we're going to see today is the desperate attempts of a man to grasp onto any bit of relevancy he can possibly do, no matter how slanderous, desperate, and stupid it might be, to the point where even Idubbbz is a VTuber. A dragon VTuber. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with being a VTuber. I mean, who's making this video, right? But yeah, he's turned to this gimmick where he is now a dragon-themed VTuber, at least for the time being. And he has an overlay that is openly slandering people like Ethan Klein and saying disgusting things about him and his children. Very disturbing stuff. But it's been an interesting time since the last time we talked about Idubbbz. He's been picking fights. He's been picking fights for a while. He tried to pick a fight with Asmongold. What happened there? Well, Asmongold just made fun of him and farmed him for millions of views like he always does. And Idubbbz got nothing out of it. In fact, he probably lost more support during his very, very pathetic streams that he's been doing. And, well, there was a new person he went after. Not just Asmongold this time, but Moist Critical.
It's one of these things that it's so hard for me to be critical of. Like, I'm even still being empathetic Idubbbz. I actually should have a lot more heat for people like Asmongold and Charlie, because it's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking... And it's unfair even to lump Charlie in with Asmongold, right? Like, I have so much heat because it's like, you know what you're fucking doing. You know what you're doing. You guys are being fucking rats. You're being like unprincipled rats. It's part of the pipeline, though. It's the same reason people wouldn't say Charlie, Moist Critical, is right wing or like as ideologically fuck out there as like a Nick Fuentes or even Asmongold, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly.
He holds some space for the people in his audience who might have some differing opinions. He doesn't make it clear, like, I don't want you in my fucking community, like, outright. And, you know, I get it. I get the hustle. I did it for a while. But it is a little bit of cope.
Like, okay, guys, we get it. Okay, the wannabe Hassan Piker, the diet version of Hassan, the white Hassan, whatever you want to call Idubbbz at this point, or whatever his wife's trying to make him at this point, we get it. He's going to go after the Roach King over here. That's predictable. But going after Charlie, Moist Critical of all people, is very, very strange. He's implying that he has some right-wing audience. If you watch Charlie at all, you know that's probably not the main demographic. And Idubbbz has the audacity to basically say this guy needs to like police his own audience and get rid of all these bad actors, and that he's not doing enough to raise his voice to address these concerns that apparently only Idubbbz can see right now. I mean, recently he made a video, and by he I mean Moist Critical Charlie, made a video condemning ICE, okay? And he's made literally dozens of videos criticizing the Trump administration. Agree with him, don't agree with him, whatever, it doesn't matter. You would think ideologically and politically, this is exactly what Idubbbz would want, but it's not enough. He keeps digging into people like Moist Critical, and it's very, very strange. But that's not enough. Idubbbz, in his desperate attempt to hang on to any relevancy, is now joining in with the likes of Denims, Hassan, and all their orbiters by going after Emiru. We've talked about her a lot, okay? She is someone who got into big trouble with the usual suspects because she said, I don't want to talk about ICE or other political stuff, or at the very least, you should go to someone more knowledgeable than me, which seems like not only a very reasonable thing to do, I think it's a very responsible thing to do, because why would you want to talk about something that, number one, you're not comfortable with, or you're not knowledgeable of? Like, this is ridiculous. But of course, Mr. Idubbbz over here, a guy who apparently doesn't care if a person's uncomfortable talking about something. He wants you to say something. In fact, just like many others, Idubbbz is turning to people like Emiru and basically saying, you better say the line. You better say the line and condemn that right-wing audience of yours, Emiru.
I think more people shouldn't feel afraid to voice themselves with their takes. Strangely enough, people who are progressive aren't afraid to make that known. It's people who do the whole, I'm apolitical, I don't do politics, guys, come on. Do it because they're right-wing and don't want to make that known. Yeah, it's very unpopular. It's gross, you know. And, you know, to be honest, like, in Emiru's case, a lot of people who are progressive have done some of the work and thought about this. You know, the phrase "fuck ICE" like is not not controversial at all, right? That's super easy to us. Thinking from the perspective of someone who really is trying to ride that fucking fence, like it's hard. It's hard. Because they really believe that shit, right? It isn't just a matter of like, oh, I don't want to isolate, you know, my fan base, or I don't want my, you know, racist viewers to be upset with me. It's also deep inside, there is a feeling of like, you know, because they're not passionate enough. It's not affecting them enough. They aren't empathizing enough with people who are being affected by it.
It's literally such a joke. This guy is an absolute woke scold, complete joke at this point. Lol cow, whatever you want to call this guy. Going after anybody he can possibly get his paws on at this point. And paws, well, I guess it kind of fits in with his new VTuber persona over here. VTuber Idubbbz overlays his stream with a message of Destiny accusing Ethan of very awful things towards his own children while complaining about the podcast being low quality. Yes, Idubbbz has resorted to using this dragon VTuber model, and again, who cares if he's using a VTuber model, but during this clip, he is criticizing the quality of Ethan Klein's podcast, which gets about, I don't know, like 1,000 times more average viewers. Actually, I think that's kind of lowballing at this point. And yeah, he had this to say while putting on some sort of a persona to fit his dragon theme VTuber here.
I mean, it's like the only fucking content they have over there, right? Like, that podcast is full of talentless hacks. I don't think talent wants to associate with that shit now. But, like, they themselves, I don't know, like, do some improv or something. Take some speaking classes, you know? Do something in the meanwhile to figure out how to be more entertaining or interesting.
The imp knows that AB has a chin implant as well.
A BBL approaches.
Now, before we get into anything, let's address what's on the screen here, okay? It's been shown a couple times in this video. It's censored for obvious reasons. This is a quote from Destiny, the streamer, okay? It says this: quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3H3 is likely a predator who has M-worded his own children. That's the overlay on Idubbbz' stream while he was doing this VTuber, I guess, bits. I guess he thinks in his CTE-riddled mind that if he's using this dragon VTuber, he can't be held accountable for what he's putting on the screen. Like, no, this wasn't Idubbbz. This was this dragon persona he's using right now. Of course he can't have this traced back to him. Yeah, this is totally ridiculous. It not only is this just blatant slander, it's very ironic for someone like Idubbbz to be using a Destiny quote here, because Destiny is like the mortal enemy of people like Hassan and his orbiters. Like, before Asmongold, and really even to this day, like, this was Hassan's, like, obsession, okay? Whether you like Destiny or not, I think he's unhinged as hell. But this was the real battle. It was Hassan and Destiny all the time, and now we have Asmongold in the mix, and there's kind of a sort of battle between who Hassan's going to give the most attention to. But it makes no sense for a Hassan orbiter, I guess at this point, a Hassan sycophant like Idubbbz to be using a quote from Destiny just to baselessly slander Ethan Klein. It seems totally counterproductive to everything that he's saying. But also, if you noticed during that clip we played, at the end you heard a certain voice. It's an imp character. Okay, who is that? Well, of course we know it is his wife, Anissa, who's described herself as a succubus. So the sort of imp LARP she's doing for the stream makes a lot of sense. And recently, Ethan Klein, on his clip channel and on a recent podcast, brought up an incredibly embarrassing clip of Idubbbz and Anissa interacting. It speaks for itself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to play too much. I'll watch it with you. It is absolutely painful. The humiliation ritual of this man never stops.
This is a great Anissa moment. You know her eternal quest to humiliate him? So this is a new chapter.
I don't know if chat can back me up.
No.
AFABs, gay men, whatever. The bigger the dick, the worse it's sex. Like a lot of men that have...
This is the face of a man who's been put into a situation where he could never win. There is nothing he can do that will not end with his humiliation. He's looking right at the camera. He's looking right at the Clippers, ready to farm this exact moment to make fun of him. Ethan will go on to make fun of him for an extended period of time, but the scenario here is that his wife, Anissa, is talking about all of the men she has experienced. And she's saying that larger ones don't get the job done. So there's only two results here for her husband, Ian. Option number one, he can't satisfy her. Option number two, he's small. There's literally no answer Idubbbz could provide beyond those parameters because of what she just did. She literally just boxed this poor dude in and completely emasculated him in front of the entire audience. It is a humiliation ritual that continues on and on and on. It's actually almost hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I'm almost starting to feel a little bit bad for this guy. And, every time I see this Denny's patrons thing, man, like I just want to top that number or something. There's something within me that it's just bothering me. But this is crazy situation. But that's the update on the happy couple over here. Idubbbz is unfortunately taking another beating, another round of humiliation. But what do you expect at this point from this guy? He's tried to make a pivot into new content, and it's all just blown up in his face. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.